Everybody watching this video, we are in a total cost of insurance series, and Dan DeMeo is going to attempt to run through our financial leakage report in 60 seconds. Dan, the floor is yours.
My name is Daniel. I'm over at Interwest Insurance. I'm in our claims department, our analytics team. Interwest, we have a process, and our goal is to take companies and either keep them great or make them great. And in order to do that, we start with a why. We start with why should we take a look at what your insurance program is currently doing for you. And so we have this total cost of insurance program. It gives our CEOs, our CFOs, our HR folks, it gives us a KPI, a key performance indicator of how our insurance program is doing. And so that really starts off, we have this triangle on the side of the sheet of page that's being shown. It's made up of three sides: a direct cost, and most everyone here is going to know what that is, which is premium. And then it goes into indirect costs, and indirect costs are all of the hidden costs that are associated with the claim. So I always think about when you throw a rock in a pool of water, you have a ripple. And so it's the same thing when a claim happens. When an employee gets hurt, you have a job site that's shut down. You have supervisors, HR, everyone is pulled off that to attend to that individual. You have maybe rehiring, retraining, supervision. You have all these frictional costs that are associated to when a claim happens. And a lot of times that's not dollars that are shown on a profit and loss statement. And so we really want to quantify that to identify how the company is doing operationally. And it's really the two of those angles, your premium costs plus your claims, as well as the safety, that your investment in safety. It's those three part of it that we look at to quantify how your insurance program is doing. And so what we have here today is we're first just starting to quantify the premium cost, which we call as our direct costs, and those are on your P&L, and then your indirect cost, which is your claims. And so A plus B really is that total cost of insurance right now. So scroll down just a little bit. What we try to do in this report is we try to give our CEOs, CFOs, we give them a rate per thousand. And why do we do that? Is it's a benchmark. It is a number that we can ultimately use to compare how our insurance program is working compared to our investments in technology, vehicles, equipment, everything else across the board. It's apples to apples comparison. So in this situation, we're able to take a look at that direct cost, give a rate per thousand, an indirect cost, a rate per thousand. And in this situation, we have a $22.87 per thousand of sales. Now, as a CEO, why does it matter? Guess what? We have a goal, right? We have a benchmark, and we can say this year we're paying $27.83. Let's make a commitment. Top down, managers, supervisors, all the way down to get that rate per thousand as low as possible. And if we can do that, if we can sufficiently do that, that's the equivalent of reducing our, let's say we got rid of all the claims, it's the equivalent of maybe reducing our total cost of insurance by 26%. So while we kind of fight over how much maybe we're paying for insurance, we first start attacking the claims aspects to it. And if we're able to do that, then potentially we have an ability to improve our profit margin by 0.5%, 0.5. And if we really do that as well, that's the same as maybe growing our sales by $6 million. So is it easier to try to go out and do $6 million more in sales? Or do we want to talk about safety, right? Preventing claims from operationally being a little more efficient, and all that's positive. At the end of the day, though, these are numbers, right? These are numbers on a page. And so like I said earlier, Interwest is a process. We first start with the process of presenting to you with a why and a benchmark, a KPI. We set a goal as a business partner, as a business consultant, and our job is to find solutions, work with you on solutions, implement what existing programs do you have and how can we enhance them, right? How can we better that? How can we take our resources and partner them with yours? And so we take a look at those Interwest solutions, we build those solutions, and we ultimately drive change throughout a whole year. And so that's the process. Ultimately, our goal is to come back 1 year later and say, how'd we do? How'd we do in that benchmark? Where are we at with that rate per thousand, the KPI? And we take another look at it again, year over year.
There it is. Pretty good. There's a lot there, though. This right here, is it easier to drive intention towards your claims, hiring a broker that can support that effort, or wake up and have your sales guy go do 6.5 million more in sales? I think we all know the answer to that. All right. Thanks, Dan.